Hi, my name is Tracy Judd, and this is Part A for Assignment 2, EDC 1200. So how is this spirit created? According to Lefever's work, a space is created in a social sense that enables us to react to it and attach meaning. In other words, we learn who we are by the social cues that are present in our everyday lives. Now, this can be a formal process like school, or it can be informal, which is what Henry Giroux refers to as the public pedagogies, like the media, billboards, etc. Now let's have a look at some of the very public messages that are sent out about what it means to be an Australian.
Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoko, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue.
It is these images that are constantly bombarded upon us by the media that contribute to the creation of stereotypes. Stereotypes are overgeneralised yet commonly held public beliefs about specific social groups or certain individuals. Many of the current Australian stereotypes provide a very narrow view of what it means to be an Australian. And while these images may provide a source of identity for some, they serve to alienate and exclude others. This is a very important concept because it is from these socially constructed images and beliefs that some groups go on to become dominant and accepted as normal, while others are deemed not only different but also deficit for not fitting a particular mould. It is this negative creation of the other that can have devastating consequences. Being a multicultural society, it is important for Australians to build a sense of connectedness in order for everyone to feel that they belong. This is an essential criteria for calling a place a home. Education plays an important role in mediating difference and dominance in our society. It is at the primary school level that children can be taught the attitudes, values and beliefs that are fundamental for building a more tolerant society. The following ideas can be incorporated into the curriculum to build on this concept and are aimed at students from Year 3 to 6. However, some of these ideas can be adjusted so that they are suitable for the K-2 level. The rationale is that these activities will provide students with a greater awareness and understanding of other cultures and their own responses to difference in the hope that many of the fears associated with intolerance can be overcome. Australia Day is a prime opportunity for students to reflect on what it means for them to be an Australian. The class could perform a research project in which they explore their family trees. Parents could be encouraged to help their students research each of their ethnic backgrounds and share the different traditions and interesting facts they've discovered with the rest of the class. Students could then create an artwork based on their findings, portraying their own uniqueness and what it means to be an Australian. This could then be displayed to the class or to the entire school on an Australia Day fair perhaps. Other ways to mediate difference and dominance can include literature. Stories are a very powerful way of allowing children to recognise and feel from another perspective. So it's important to include stories that include different cultures. Games can help foster positive values of respect, caring, tolerance, self-discipline, and also allow children to develop perspective-taking skills, which in turn helps build empathy towards others. Guest speakers and excursions could allow children to interact with people and participate in activities from other cultures. And history lessons provide opportunities to celebrate the contributions that other cultures have made to Australia. For example, the Cameleers made it possible to explore much of Central Australia. Without their involvement, much of Central Australia would have remained unexplored today. Music lessons could be included and celebrate songs from other cultures. And on a broader scale, the physical layout of the environment should also be considered. The space around us plays an important role by sending messages about what is and isn't acceptable in society. Multicultural literature should be visible in the classroom and in the library so that children come to realise that difference is commonplace and accepted. And this can also be achieved by incorporating multicultural dolls and activities in the play area for younger children and promoting the artworks of different cultures around the school where children can easily view them. The idea behind these activities is to again reinforce to children that they are all different in many ways and yet also similar in others. If children could learn to respect and be more mindful of others' differences, while at the same time learning to connect with each other on a common humanitarian level, this would be one of the first steps towards making a more tolerant future.